Good to see you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes, good to meet you.
You appeared to have the momentum going into overtime. What was the difference there?
We didn't win the tip, and then from there we did get a stop, but then we didn't get the rebound. And I thought that if you look at one thing, and basketball amounts to a lot of things, it's an entire game, but one play that we didn't make that their freshman point guard made in terms of getting that offensive rebound and that turning into a three-point play was was very difficult because we did have great momentum at that point in the game.
It started out the game real hot. It seemed to be a mismatch from the beginning. Was it more of Colorado doing something to correct things, or your team not following through on what they had been doing?
I think Colorado got their feet under them in the game, and we just I think we reverted to maybe just going a little bit too much one-on-one and not driving it. I'll take some hits here for not working more against zone in our practices. I don't think I focused on it enough coming into this game, and I know we're far better and more capable of making the threes. I thought that was we had a lot of open ones too, especially in the second half and late game, and we didn't connect on those, so that hurt.
Well, what is it about the zone that makes it tough for you guys, especially shooting?
I just thought we were too stagnant, and we didn't get into gaps enough and kick out, and we wanted to try and get the ball to Mickey in the high post too. He's got a good passing ability, and we did do well early with some of the high lows to Romello against the zone, but as the game wore on, we didn't do as good a job.
Is Shannon okay? He hasn't looked like himself.
Shannon is one of the greatest competitors that I've ever been around, and he wants to play well in the worst possible way every time he plays, and he's just going through a period that guys go through where he really wants to play well, and he's pressing maybe a little bit or thinking too much about his outside shot. He's just got to trust it, and he will. He's going to be fine.
How much did foul trouble affect you with Mickey?
Well, yeah. I mean, the one that was frustrating was the last foul on Mickey, which was a complete joke. As a three-point game, to make that call at that stage of the game was one of the worst things I've seen. So, but that aside, yeah, we need Mickey out on the floor as much as possible. He's a battler, and his play at the end of regulation to get this to overtime was huge.
That you figured that big foul was significant in the result of the game?
Well, it was, yeah. So it did. It was a one possession game. It was 3 points. We were about to retain possession of the ball. It was clearly not a foul, and shouldn't have been whistled as such.
You guys had great success going with the smaller lineup, the four guards. Is that during the non-conference season? Is that harder to do in conference play with bigger lineup against bigger lineups?
Well, I mean, we have to be in a good groove and a good rhythm, and if we're playing the way we're capable of, guys are playing well, and we have those smaller lineups, then we're really difficult to guard. But if we're not playing quite as well and not making shots, then it doesn't help at times. So, and we got to get to the free throw line better. We didn't do a good enough job at that, I guess, in getting to the free throw line. I think this probably be the first or second time this season that we've been outshot from free throws. So it's very, very frustrating.
You've had some tough games already this year. Coming in here, did you expect this to be as tough?
I did. I mean, I was here my first year, and it's they had a good crowd. They lost their first 2 conference games, so they're getting home for the first time, and I knew they needed this game to get back in position. So and we're coming off a really hard game, so I was just worried about what our approach would be, and would our guys be up for the emotional investment. And again, we didn't play well, and didn't play well on offense, especially as the game wore on, but still did enough things to even have a chance to win late. I didn't think we could get to overtime at the way the thing was unwinding, but again, credit to our team for fighting to get it to that point.
Is there anything, Bobby, to the fact that you guys are in a different role now, being the hunter instead of the hunter, and learning to play under that situation?
I don't think we're putting pressure on ourselves. I just think we just need to get back to playing the way we were and to get some momentum again. And coming off the loss, sometimes you don't have enough time to respond and get back. But yeah, it was. If you would have asked me before I got to Arizona State if I would have seen a situation where there was a court storm after our game because an opponent beat us, I might have thought you were crazy. But that's the job our team has done this year to make the game that meaningful that an opponent would storm the floor after the game.
Thanks, Bob.
Coach.